Hello, Quincy and I are just out for a walk, and we thought it would be fun to talk to you about the October Bank of Canada interest rate announcement. So, they announced yesterday that they'll be dropping interest rates to 2.25%, hoping to stimulate the Canadian economy. So, lower interest rates makes borrowing money cheaper, which can make buying a home easier for home buyers and also owning a home as well, depending on the type of mortgage that you have. But that's a whole other topic. So I'm sure you've noticed that this market has been a little bit tough this year. Um, there are a lot of for sale signs just kind of sitting on front lawns, and they're not really moving. And the truth is, we have not seen this many active residential listings in Ontario during the month of September in over 15 years. So there is a ton of inventory out there, so much so that when houses sell, it just doesn't even seem to make a dent. So this is why it's important to have an effective pricing strategy these days. Now, I work in Ottawa, Hamilton, and Burlington, Ontario as a real estate agent. In Ottawa, we're seeing a balanced housing market with benchmark price across all property types of $627,000. In both Burlington and Hamilton, we're in a buyer's market with benchmark prices at $704,000 for Hamilton and $887,000 for Burlington. Now, as usual, properties that are priced well are being rewarded with sometimes multiple offers, sometimes offers right at asking, and then other times just a little bit below because of the type of market that we're in. So properties that are priced at the higher end, however, we're seeing that they're kind of implementing these price drops, and that can be okay, but it kind of indicates either lack of motivation on the part of the seller, or it can also indicate that an effective pricing strategy wasn't adopted from the get-go. So this can be dangerous because when home buyers see prices drop like that, they don't always think, oh great, it's on sale, I'm getting a deal. Sometimes they're thinking, oh, well, what's wrong with it then, right? So it's important to have a great strategy so that you don't kind of fall into that camp. Now, keep in mind that people move all the time for so many different reasons. When the snow starts to fly, it tends to kind of drop off in terms of buyers looking, but this has been a different kind of year, so I'm curious to see if that'll be as much of the case this year compared to usual. So for a more in-depth housing analysis, I really like numbers, so I go into all of those details on my blog post, which you can find on my website, as well as a very enthusiastic perspective of architecture and real estate. Just check out my blog, realestatenthusiast.ca. And yeah, the next interest rate announcement will be on December the 10th. I will see you soon. There's a dead bird there. No, it's a dead bird.